To the warriors of epic fury, I say well done. You're the backbone of our country. Your skill, your bravery, and sheer guts and grit showed the world what America is all about.
In a daring nighttime operation, deep beneath the treacherous waters of the Strait of Hormuz, SEAL Team 6 and 2, Virginia-class attack submarines have successfully destroyed Iran's secret underwater minefield that was threatening to shut down the world's most vital oil route. What Iran hoped would be an invisible trap has been turned into scrap metal on the seabed. This covert mission just reopened a critical shipping channel and sent a powerful message. America controls the depths. The operation began when satellite and underwater drone intelligence confirmed that Iran had deployed over 400 advanced mines across the main tanker lanes. These were no ordinary mines. They included smart influence mines that could detect ship signatures from miles away, rising mines that would launch upward and explode against hulls, and sophisticated bottom mines connected by underwater cables. Any large tanker passing through risked catastrophic damage. Central Command gave the green light for an immediate clearance mission. Deep inside the USS Minnesota, a Virginia-class fast attack submarine, the atmosphere was tense and silent. Captain Elias Grant received the final execution order via secure satellite link. "This is it," he told his executive officer. "We go in quiet, we support the SEALs, and we bring every man back alive." Moments later, the Minnesota and her sister ship, the USS Delaware, glided silently into Iranian-claimed waters at depths exceeding 400 feet, their pump jet propulsors making them nearly undetectable. On board the Minnesota, the SEAL Team 6's Gold Squadron prepared for the most dangerous dive of their careers. Lieutenant Commander Ryan Reaper Cole, the assault team leader, gathered his 12-man element in the submarine's special operations compartment. Instead of a long formal briefing, he gave them a sharp, direct update while they suited up. The minefield is denser than we thought. Some mines are wired together. One wrong move and the whole field goes up. We work in pairs, we use minimal light, and we stay on rebreathers the entire time. If anything feels off, we abort that section and call it in. The subs have our backs. The SEALs nodded, double-checked their gear, and moved toward the lockout trunk. Each operator wore the latest closed-circuit rebreather system that produced 0 bubbles. They carried suppressed MK-23 pistols modified for underwater use, combat knives, and specially designed Mark 37 demolition charges, small enough to attach without triggering magnetic sensors. Their wrist computers showed real-time data feeds from the Virginia-class subs above them. One by one, the SEAL pairs entered the lockout chamber, equalized pressure, and slipped into the freezing black water. The moment they left the submarine, the operation became pure survival. Visibility was less than 10 feet. The SEALs relied on their underwater scooters and faint blue chem lights to navigate. Lieutenant Commander Cole and his swim buddy located the first cluster of mines within 15 minutes. These were sophisticated rising mines, suspended just above the seabed. Working with extreme care, they attached shaped charges to the mine bodies, making sure not to disturb the delicate arming mechanisms. One sudden current or careless movement, and the mine would detonate, alerting every Iranian sensor in the area. Meanwhile, the Virginia-class submarines played a deadly game of cat and mouse. The USS Delaware detected an Iranian Kilo-class submarine patrolling nearby. Captain Grant on the Minnesota made a split-second decision. Instead of engaging, they used their superior quieting technology to slip behind the Iranian sub and deploy a decoy device that drew it away from the SEAL operation zone. The subs also provided continuous passive sonar updates to the divers, warning them of underwater obstacles and changing currents. Tension peaked around 0200 hours when one SEAL pair discovered a chain of 12 bottom mines linked by thin fiber optic cables. Disarming them one by one would take too long and increase the risk of detection. Lieutenant Commander Cole made the call. We rigged the entire chain for simultaneous destruction. The two divers worked in total darkness, their hands moving with surgical precision as they placed multiple charges along the cable connection. Sweat mixed with seawater inside their masks. Every second felt like minutes. Back on the Minnesota, Captain Grant monitored the divers' vital signs and location beacons. When one diver's heart rate spiked dangerously high, he immediately ordered a support diver to move in as backups. The professionalism and calm decision-making under pressure kept the entire mission from collapsing. By 0415 hours, all major mine clusters had been rigged. The SEAL teams slowly withdrew to their extraction points and re-entered the submarines without losing a single man. Once the lockout chambers were secure, the Captain Grant gave the final command. At precisely 0430, the detonations began in a carefully timed sequence. The underwater explosions created powerful pressure waves that rocked the Virginia-class subs even at safe distance. Bright flashes lit up the black water as Iranian mines were destroyed in groups. Debris and air bubbles surged toward the surface. The subs' sonar confirmed destruction after destruction. The once lethal minefield was being systematically wiped out. When the final charge detonated, the main deep-water shipping channel was declared clear. What Iran had spent months secretly placing to strangle the global economy was now lying broken on the seabed. Lieutenant Commander Ryan Cole, still dripping seawater in the submarine's dry compartment, looked at his exhausted team and said, "We just took the strait back from the dark. Good work, brothers." The success sent immediate panic through Iranian naval headquarters. Their most advanced underwater defense, the one they believed was undetectable, had been completely neutralized in a single night. Mine-laying operations ground to a halt as Iranian commanders realized their underwater strategy had failed catastrophically. On the surface, the change was immediate. The first group of massive oil tankers, which had been held back for safety, began moving again under American naval escort. The waters of the Strait of Hormuz, which had been turned into a deadly maze, were flowing freely once more. Aboard the USS Minnesota, Captain Elias Grant shook hands with Lieutenant Commander Cole. "Your men just did something most people will never understand, and you fought a war where no one could see you, and you won." As the first rays of sunlight touched the Gulf waters above, the Virginia-class submarines and SEAL Team 6 slipped away as quietly as they had arrived. Their mission had been completed in total secrecy, with zero losses and maximum impact. The Strait of Hormuz had just been given back its freedom, thanks to the silent warriors who operated where light barely reaches and danger never sleeps. This was not just another operation. This was America reminding the world that even in the darkest depths, no threat goes unanswered.